Coach, quite the return for Craig Anderson to come in and shut out one of the league's hottest teams and give your guys an emotional lift.
Yeah, I can't be more happy. You know, I'd lie if I said this was a normal game. I think he's been waiting to come back for a long time. We've been waiting for him to come back for a long time, and you know, while he was gone, I think the players have done a terrific job of keeping the pace, and Kondo was terrific, you know, in the role that he was given. But what I have in mind now is he just continues what he had started before he had to leave, and he makes it look easy. There was hard shots there. This is a great offensive team that was, you know, first or second in the league in the last 10 games. So this was a very good team we're playing against. And when you look at how he controlled his rebounds, either because nothing was popping out, or the opposite, how far he'd pop out those rebounds. I mean, those are really good players with experience, and yeah, he played terrific.
You spoke for a few games now about getting that good start. Have to like the way your team came out this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, I think when you look at our game today, I think it was a real team effort. You look at Pajot was 79% on face-offs, and he was playing as JT. You know, Pi had played a terrific game. That play they made together, I think, was unbelievable. The penalty kill, the guys paid the price. Our stick on puck was really good tonight, I thought. But you're right. The start that we had gotten used to with our team for a long time was back today, and that felt really good. And our habits, our fundamentals were there right from the beginning.
Quite a bit of movement to your lineup today. You mentioned yesterday if it's stale, you'd like to change it up. Can you just take us through your process of the idea of some of the lines that you formed?
Well, I wanted Pajot and Pyatt against Tavares, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to put Bobby there. And Bobby was really good. He was strong on the boards against those lines, and he did a great defensive job there. And Zinger with Broussard and Stone were terrific last game in the last period, so I thought we'd go back with that, and it paid off. And wanted to give a look with Smitty, with Hoffman and Cherry, and they had some really good looks too. And so I think with the Wingles and Kelly, we had different guys coming in there, and you can really see that Wingles is helping us in all kinds of phases of the game, including the PK. But he's just very smart, blocking shots and doing all the small stuff and getting the puck deep and taking checks for us to be first on puck and create some ozone time and momentum. So. Yeah, sometimes you shuffle things around, it doesn't work out, and this time I think the last game and this game certainly did, and you know, credit to the players that having to shuffle around and create new habits with new guys. They were great.
J'ai un blanchissage pour Craig Anderson à son retour au jeu. J'imagine tout le monde est content de le revoir dans l'alignement, mais aussi surtout connaître du succès immédiatement à son retour.
Oui, bien écoute, je pense qu'il a repris exactement où il avait laissé. Il y avait eu un super début de saison. Notre équipe était vraiment solide avec lui devant le filet. Puis avec tout ce qui s'est passé après, ça aurait pu tourner à catastrophe. Mais je pense que Condon a fait un superbe job en son absence. Mais c'est clair que quand un gardien de cette trempe-là, puis tu le vois revenir dans le filet, je l'ai trouvé très impressionnant parce que tous les rebonds, ça avait l'air facile. Puis c'était pas une équipe facile. Là. C'est une équipe très difficile à jouer. C'était là où la deuxième meilleure de la Ligue dans les 10 derniers matchs, avec une superbe offensive, beaucoup de lancers dangereux, une grosse attaque, avec une super vedette de l'autre côté. Tu t'attends à ce que peut-être qu'il y en ait un, deux, peut-être même 3 buts qui rentrent, surtout que ça fait longtemps qu'il n'a pas joué. Puis, écoute, les rebonds, soit que c'était complètement absorbé ou les rebonds volaient tellement loin parce qu'il y avait le contrôle de ce qu'il faisait. Là. Je pense que c'est assez impressionnant. Quelqu'un qui a manqué 2 mois et demi, là, ça prend du talent puis ça prend de l'expérience, c'est clair.
Ils ont dirigé 33 tirs au filet, mais est-ce qu'on pourrait vraiment dire que vous avez limité les chances de marquer les tirs dangereux?
Oui, honnêtement, c'est ce genre de match-là. C'est sûr qu'en prenant l'avance 3-0, on a fermé le jeu complètement. Alors, ce qu'ils ont réussi à avoir, ouais, c'est beaucoup de l'extérieur. Puis c'est ça que j'ai aimé de nos joueurs. Puis même chose de l'autre côté. On aurait pu pousser plus, mais les joueurs ne voulaient pas. Les joueurs voulaient jouer à 3-0. Là, le but, c'était on garde cette avance-là, puis c'est fini, on ne donne rien. On regarde tout à l'extérieur, on regarde ça de loin, puis c'est exactement ce qu'on a réussi à faire. Donc, il y a plusieurs choses à se réjouir dans ce match-là. C'est pas juste Anderson qui joue bien, on a un très bon départ. Ça faisait un bon bout de temps qu'on n'avait pas un départ comme ça. Toutes les lignes ont contribué d'une façon ou d'une autre. Puis j'ai beaucoup aimé qu'on a fermé le jeu, puis ça laisse présager de la maturité.
We talked about Baggio earlier, and we've talked about it several times. The numbers aren't where they were last year offensively. Are you getting everything possible you can get from him in terms of like, shut down goal?
Oh my goodness, I'm getting more. I'm getting more than I was expecting. I know he was good and he was smart, but he plays against the best players every night, and he's the ultimate soldier where it doesn't matter what his role is. I mean, a lot of players will say that, but when it comes down to it, an offensive player having to play a defensive role is sometimes tough to accept. The opposite, a guy who's more defensive, that's being blamed for not having enough offense, or change lines, play right wing, play left wing, play center. I mean, there are different things that make it hard for players to adapt or accept their roles. In his case, I mean, it's the ultimate acceptance of whatever you need for your team, and at his size, being able to do what he does. I mean, he's a role model. That's what it is. He's a role model for kids, and he's able to do it all. And look, tonight he gets a big goal. And the one thing that's happened this year is he's missed a lot of goals. So he would have probably the same number of goals or close to it, but he hasn't been as opportunistic. But on the other side, his defensive play, his buying in and paying the price has been up the roof. And so for me, I'll be honest with you, score goals are not in his case. Somebody told me like he's a Selke winner type of guy, and he is. He really is. It's one of those guys on the team, and I think when you join him with Pyatt together, they kind of enhance their strengths, whether it's penalty kill or 5-on-5. So I think that's a great duo that we can use with all kinds of different guys, and I have been doing it, and they're looking great.
Putting Ryan with those two, is that to make him more aware?
No, because actually he's been really good defensively. I wanted to add some size. Hoff's got speed. We used him against other teams where they've had a lot of speed, but Johnny Tavares is a heavy man. He's a powerful man, and I thought that would be a good idea for Bobby to get that role and be able physically to handle their line, and they did a great job. So it wasn't because he wasn't doing the job on another line. It's just I wanted to try Hoff with tourists, but at the same time it was more about, okay, who do I play against Johnny Tavares? And I like to put offensive guys because it also helps them focus on the right things on a two-way game. And whether it's Hoff or him, they've done a terrific job at it. So I like that versatility. So it paid off.
So does Bobby Ryan become a full-time member of the checking line?
I'm pretty sure he'll be shuffled around, but I think right now it's good. I think those players and I'll be honest, I got that from Steve Yzerman. I mean, that's what happened to Steve Yzerman. He was a 50-goal scorer and was asked by Scotty Bowman to play on the third line against the number one lines of every team, and only scored 14 goals. But that's where the Detroit dynasty really started. And so I really believe that guys who become aware on both sides of the ice, your offensive guys, when you get that, that's the maturity of your team growing, and that's why you can win games like tonight 3-0 instead of 6-5, and that's where success comes.
Yeah, you mentioned after the game on Tuesday, you guys are going through adversity. How do you sort of look at the leadership group and how everybody's handled it the last two games? Obviously.
Well, starting, I think you look at Dion, the previous game, he knew this was a big game and challenging Ben right off the bat with the first face-off and then getting into a fight, scoring the big goal. I was really impressed by Dion last game and his enthusiasm during the day, not panicking, so that was terrific. Stone coming up with a big goal. Eric today was outstanding. Kelly was extremely vocal the last two games and very calm about what we need to do and how to manage it. Turris used his speed again tonight. It's like our guys that have to come up with some leadership really have, and they recognize, okay, you know what, we had a little patch of periods that we didn't like, and we gotta clean that up. And they were the first ones to do it. So our leadership has been terrific.